about how to introduce screen time to our kids and how to avoid excessive screen time so that it doesn't become their necessity. So I'm Sonia from Periwinkle's Day School, and I'm an educationalist. From the past 8 years, I have been dealing with toddlers, preschoolers, and kindergarten kids. I've been teaching them, and I worked in Delhi, Bangalore, and now I'm doing the same in Hyderabad here. So stay with me till the end of this video so that you will be knowing every detail of this topic. And as this is very important information, I would suggest you to like this video and also share it with all your near and dear ones. So let's get started with the video. So I'll just give you a quick reminder about my last video where I spoke about screen time for babies, for kids, and for teenagers, and also the harmful effects of excessive screen time. So if you haven't watched that video, please watch the video. I'll be leaving the link in the description box. After watching this, please watch that video also. There are a lot of important information in that too. So many parents think that screen time is part of growing of their child. So they give the screen time while the kids are eating, while the kids are pooping, while the kids are busy, and all and so on. You know, I for my kids have given and is giving very minimal screen time. There are many days in a month that I didn't give them screen time. I haven't given them screen time for many days in a month, and even even when I talk to my friends or cousins or family, or when they come to my house or when I go to their house and we have a little talk between us, and in the meantime my kids are watching the TV, you know, my mind it just revolves around the clock about how much time my kids are watching the TV, what is the time now, and how much time they have watched. And after that, the rest of the day they're not going to get TV. Now my son is 3.5, little more than 3.5, and my daughter is little more than 2.5, and they both know that after that they're not going to get the screen time, and they're okay with it. They're actually very happy with it. They're happy with it, and they don't mind because they find other activities more interesting. So it is not necessary to give screen time to your child every day. It is not necessary to give them every day. So there are many more activities that you can do, you can involve your kids into, and so that they actually don't remember the screen time. They don't remember the electronic gadgets. They don't remember the TV. My kids are actually not habituated to screen time. They watch the screen. I am not saying that they don't watch it. They watch it when I turn it on, and when I turn it off, it's okay. It's off and it's gone, and they get involved in other activities. It is not compulsory that they have to get the screen time. So, and one more thing is, I did not give screen time to my children until they reach the age of 2. And if I ask them now if they want to have their screen time, or they want to play with they want to have their educational activities, and they're going to choose the educational activities, I can say it proudly. And if I ask them if they want their screen time, or if they want to play with they want to go out for a cycling, or playing with skates, they would choose the physical activities. And I'm really happy to say this now, and because they find the educational activities and the physical activities more engaging and more entertaining than the screen time. So in this video, I'm going to share with all of you how I have achieved this. And if I have achieved this, anybody in the world can achieve this. Any mother, any parent, any teacher can achieve this, or any guardian, any grandparent can achieve this. So let's get started. First thing is set boundaries. Set few boundaries and rules for yourself. Set them. I always kept my phone and my electronic gadgets in a vibration mode or in a silent mode, because I didn't want my kids to get curious whenever my phone rings, whenever a message pops up on my phone. I didn't want my kids to get curious to go and get the phone, to know why the sound, the music has come from that gadget. So for this, many times I was pointed out and I was, told many things like only you in the world does like this and nobody else do this and all. But eventually, I'm happy that everybody in the family have understood that I have done this for the benefit and betterment of the child, of our child. So that is it. And the second thing is what to introduce and when to introduce it. So this is again a very important question. When to introduce, it is very simple. As per the guidelines of the World Health Organization, the WHO, as per that guidelines, after 1 year of age, the child can have their screen time of 1 hour per day. So many people just don't start it from when they are 1 year old. They even delay it. You can delay it too. I have started screen time for my kids from when they were 2 years old, both the kids, my son and my daughter. So slowly you can increase the time. If you have started for 10 minutes today per day, after a few days you can increase it to 15 minutes, then after a few days you can increase it for 20 minutes, and so on till 1 hour per day, not more than 1 hour. That's the maximum time. So because the remaining time, the maximum time of their active time should be invested in physical activities and other age appropriate activities. So that is when you should introduce. And what to introduce first? For me, if you ask me, between TV, laptop, phone, tab or any other electronic gadgets, I felt that TV was better because TV has a huge screen and it can be watched as a family together. So that is why I felt TV is better than all the other gadgets. And if the child, if you make the child habituated to mobile phone, they individually watch it and they get glued to it. And this thing you cannot separate it from your child later on. They feel that this mobile phone is their entertainment source, and which is very harmful. And whereas TV is what they understand, that if it gets on, you can watch it, and if it gets off, then it's off. That's all. Get up and go to get engaged in some other activity. So it is like that. So I prefer TV to introduce it. I have introduced TV at the age of 2 for my kids, and it is going on well now. So how to introduce it? How to introduce it so that the kid doesn't feel good about it, and he doesn't feel the want to spend all the time with the TV. So initially, I started it with rhymes, and I didn't just make my child to sit in front of the TV and watch the rhymes. What I did was I sang along with it. When there was a rhyme going on the TV, let's say Johnny Johnny, so I sang along with it, and so that the child doesn't get glued on to the TV like this. So that is how I did it, and slowly I started short stories which had moral at the end. So I did put few cartoons in between. I tried. I thought that they would enjoy it and it would be good for them to learn something. But after few days, I thought I was seeing the cartoon, because whenever I put TV for the kids, whenever they'll have the screen time, I do sit with them. I don't allow them to see alone, so that I can interact in between and deviate their minds so that they don't get involved into it and they don't get glued to it. So what happened, I saw that there was a lot of distraction in cartoon. So again I switched back. After a few days, again I switched back to rhymes and Sunday school songs and few moral stories, and I still sing along with them. Now my son is more than 3.5 and my daughter is more than 2.5, and I still sing with that. We dance together and all. And so after some time they get bored, like how they get bored with any other activity after some time. So and they switch on to the other activities. So now my children feel that TV is not only the source. TV is not the only source for rhymes and for stories, because mom can sing rhymes and even the child can sing rhymes, and mom says the same stories more attractively than which comes on the TV. So by this, the dependency on the screen got cut off. So this is how I did. And the fourth thing is avoid or restrict the usage yourself. Let me say this to you. If you don't want your child to watch screen or watch phones more, first you avoid it. If you're not able to avoid it, restrict the uses of the gadgets. Make it less. Decrease the time of your usage, because we as parents, as their guardians, as the caretakers, we are the idols of our kids. So they'll do what they see. So most kids see and learn. They feel, why is mom and dad spending a lot of time on phone? There must be some interesting thing in that. So even I want to use it, even I want to watch it. So we don't want that curiosity to get build up in the child. So we don't want that urge to build up in the child. So I never use phone when my kids are in their active time till today. So I feel what I did was the right thing. So that is what I felt. And the fifth thing is avoid connecting with another activities. Many parents, many mothers, or many guardians do is what they do is they connect screen time with food, screen time with eating, or whenever they go somewhere to a restaurant or somewhere, they give the mobile phone to the kid to watch it, or they're going on some travel in the car, they give the phone to the kid, and the kid goes glued on with the phone. So that is really wrong. Associating one activity with the other is not going to do good to your child, because until and unless you don't give a gadget to your child, the child doesn't eat food. We don't want that to happen. And until and unless you don't give the gadget to your child, the child doesn't do his or her potty. We don't want that. And when we are going in the car, instead of enjoying the nature out there, the child gets glued with the phone, and we don't want that to happen. We are humans, we are social animals, we need to get socialized, we need to know what is around us. The child needs to know that. So if you do this, the brain gets dysfunctional, like on which activity should they get involved, this or that. So they get confused, which is not good at all. So please remember, one activity at a time. It is going to do the best for your child. And one more thing is put your electronic gadgets on silent mode. Yes, because when the phone rings, we ourselves get an urge. We ourselves have an urge to see what WhatsApp message has come and who has sent it, and so what we do is we go fast, and just for a minute we open our phone and we see and we think that our kid is not watching us. But let me tell you, the child observes each and everything, each and every move of yours. So I very cautiously followed this. Whenever it was my children's active time, my phone was on silent, and even now I do this. And you will not believe that many times I get a call and I don't know that I got a call, because my phone was in the silent mode or vibration mode. So later on, after my kids go to sleep in the afternoon or in the night, I take my phone and I see it, and I call back to the people who by seeing the missed calls, I call back. So that is how I did and how I'm still doing. And my focus is completely on my children, in making them to do some activities, age appropriate activities, or writing or learning, studying, or some physical play. So that is what I do. And the seventh thing and most important thing is be ready to sacrifice and sweat. Yes, you have to be ready to sacrifice and sweat out, because if you want your kid to be away from the gadgets, you first should be away from the gadgets. So you have to sacrifice your gadgets, and you have to do a lot of hard work, because as the child grows, engaging the child becomes very difficult, because we have to give them age appropriate activities, the activities that you have engaged the child in when he was 1 year old. You can't engage the child with the same activity when he is 2 and 3 years old. So as the child grows, as per his age, the activities has to be changed, and child, you will be thinking that when will my child sit and when will my child take some rest. That is the stage where you're going to reach as the child grows. So sweat for it. You have to do a lot of hard work, sweat for it, and you will definitely see the results in the child's mental growth, physical growth, and social growth in future. Definitely you're going to see the results. You might have heard that parenting is tough, but I say actually good parenting is the toughest, because where you have to actually sacrifice your sleep, you have to sacrifice your peace, you have to sacrifice your comfort, and to some extent you also have to sacrifice your health, as also for the betterment of your child, especially in the initial years, 1 to 5, 1 to 8 years. The initial years of parenting are the hardest. Really, the initial years of parenting are the hardest. Once you are done successfully with the initial years, the remaining years, the child got the base already. So the remaining years, the child himself can lead himself. He is going to, he knows what to do when, because he was led by his parents in the correct way. So if you feel that you are already sacrificing a lot for the physical growth and social growth and mental growth of your child, then please sacrifice little more and sweat more than that. And this is what I wanted to say. And do a lot of activities, age appropriate activities. Take them to a play date and spend quality time with your child. That is what a child wants. Spend quality time with your child. And if you are not able to do the age appropriate activities with your child, then please put him into a play school, so that the 3 hours or 3.5 hours, the time which he is in the play school, he will be having the age appropriate activities there. So this is what I wanted to tell you. But let me also tell you one more thing. This is not that hard that we make it. It's going to be very easy if you do this properly, in a proper way, on a proper time. That is it, as simple as it is. So let me know how you felt about this video in the comment section below, and also share your experiences in the comment section below. And one more thing is, please share this to as many people as possible, because this is very important information which not only parents but teachers, guardians, grandparents, and every individual should know. So hope this video was very helpful and very resourceful to you all listening to the video, and thank you for staying till the end. See you all in another video very soon. Bye bye, take care.